All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 6 of Intermediate Play of League Zero. I am Client, joined by Flawless, and today we're going to be casting the match of Double Cap versus Vitalize.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty well match.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. It looks like that we're going into a pretty even matchup, I'd say. Double Cap coming into this at a record of 2-2, and Vitalize coming in with a 3-1 record. So Vitalize does have the early advantage here, just based off of record's sake. I haven't actually watched them play, but we have casted Double Cap before, and they have showed signs of greatness as we jump into the first match with Li Jiang.
Yes, we did see some great things from Double Cap last time we casted them, but we'll see if they're able to pull through this time around. Last time we saw them, they weren't able to win out, but they might be able to win out against Vitalize. I haven't really known much about Vitalize, so we're going to learn a lot about them throughout this match here. Client?
Yeah, I'd have to say so. Now, what do you expect to see coming out onto the control center point of Li Jiang Tower?
Well, Lijiang is a very, very weird map. It could be a lot of different things. However, on this point, I would suspect basically meta. I mean, I think it's going to be meta. You could see some Zarya. You could see some Reaper. Uh, what we're seeing from both sides, I don't know if this is going to be continued. However, I would really, really want to see what's going on here because we see a Brig on one side and we see a Zarya on the other.
Yeah,
So.
two unusual picks here coming out, but let's see if they actually stick to their strengths here and actually run these. I know Copy Dog is a great off tank, so we're going to have to see what he offers on this Zarya role, as both teams are actually going to be running out on these peculiar comps. Okay, let's get right into this.
Let's see what they could do with the Brig here. I mean, they have to be very aggressive with this composition here.
Yeah, both teams opting for the white room as the wall comes out early from the side of Double Cap. Toasty Toast already low with the two-man anti coming up from Great Cub. Already to capitalize his Copy Dog as he takes down Shimada. Backing up his Double Cap is the one-man favor in advantage of Vitalizes. They're going to get first control here early.
Yeah, that was a very interesting fight, and overall, because they didn't seem to go aggressive, they just kind of backed up and just basically died. They didn't really do anything that fight there.
Yeah, not having a on the side of Double Cap is already showing big dividends for the side of Vitalizer. They're able to capitalize off of the big anti-nade. Ninny coming in with all the armor on him from the Brig should allow for him to push in a bit more aggressive, but his Rhine Shield is already dropping so low, has to retreat a little. Great wall from Heroes actually separating his team for the time being. Is Ravioli going around the left side here?
Looks like they're going to be pushing through the white room.
Yeah,
They're
pushing
trying
through
to
the
take
white room.
space. I don't really know what Double Cap is doing here. They're kind of just like giving up at this point because they need to be aggressive. They need to be charging in, but it looks like they're just letting themselves be aggressive.
Right as you say, going aggressive here, the Reinhardts gets taken down. Great Cub already with the nano boost is just getting so much value out of these anti-nades. Either Toasty Toast has got to eat these or they got to swap to an on of their own to get the equilibrium of this. And yes, they are going to go the Ana. I think that's a great swap to try and get the anti-nades here.
I think overall the Ana is just such a better pick because in the fact that on the side of Vitalize they do not have a diva, right? So anti-nades are basically free if they can just go over the shield. So at that point, Ana is just such a better choice, and looks like they're gonna
early grab coming out actually separates Copy Dog. Copy Dog kind of getting a little too cocky here as he gets taken by Ravioli. Shatter coming through, does connect onto the main support. Lilac dropping down. Ninny counterpins him with the nano boost coming out onto Dibs. Big High Noon coming up from Crybaby, but Toasty Toast does eat Hero's Blizzard. Looking like a pretty even fight, but Ninny decides to end it right here as he drops the hammer down. Takes down two with it as well. Toasty Toast with the cleanup kills on both the sides of the DPS and Double Cap. Despite all odds, takes it. Big ultimates coming out from the side of Vitalize, but not able to capitalize.
They were able to use their ults and they were able to win out, and look at the side of Vitalize. They used a lot of their ults and now they're just down to B. B is going to be their saving grace. And on the side of Double Cap, the Ana choice is a lot better than the Brig. I think that they just need to abuse the anti-nades here on this map.
Yeah, Ana already paying greatly here as Toasty Toast is probably looking for a Diva Bomb here. I see him playing this far back, especially with the lack of ultimates coming out from the side of Vitalize. Yep, coming in. Lots of ultimates from the side of Double Cap, actually getting some very great value with the High Noon and the Blizzard respectively. May is going to be separated on the right side. Should be taken down. Actually, a missed pin by Ninny will allow him to escape, but overall a pretty clean ultimate cycle from Double Cap, but might have been a little too much right there.
It was a pretty cute composition that they ran at the start, but it looks like they have stuck with the Ana, and the Ana's working out pretty well. They're able to coordinate their ults, and now they are defending against Vitalize. Vitalize has to come up with something here. They're building ults very, very slowly, but again, even if they win this with their ults, they'll still have another fight, double cap. So we'll see what they can do.
Yeah, they will. Platinum already with the nano boost too, just showing his great skills on the Ana early here. Looking like to come in, engage with the beat drop is Tark. Copy Dog getting frozen here, and Anti does get taken down before he can build the Graviton Surge up. Hero's sleeping right here, actually gets dropped down right before he can use Blizzard. Heineken coming out from Ravioli should bring him out. Dibs almost at the shatter, but is taken down just in the nick of time. And Toasty Toast dropping so low, but will actually be managed to keep up by the great heals from Platinum.
The McCree overall is getting so much value on the side of double cap because of the fact that on the side of Vitalize, they do not have that diva, so they were able to recognize this, and they're just getting the free anti-nades. They're free, like, they're basically just farming them because they have no diva to be able to peel or do anything about it.
Yeah, but we have to look at Vitalize. Lots of ultimates on the side of their team, so they should be able to win this fight as long as they don't mess up. Ninny getting shattered, blocked, is not going to help him. Blizzard comes out from the side of Hero. Every ultimate being pressed by the side of Vitalize, but Shimada trying to equalize it with his Blizzard of his own. Feature from Lilac. Double Cap is investing into this, and this could pay very good, especially with the kill on the Ana from Shimada. This is looking so even and so good, and Toasty Toast almost has his ultimate here. But Copy Dog comes right back down and takes the Mei, dropping to 1 HP though, and he's still up. No, Lilac takes down 2. Lilac popping off on the point. Toasty Toast forced to use his ultimate here because it's winnable. Lilac takes down 3. Lilac is popping off on this Lucio, and it will allow her to take the first cap. Great plays from the Lucio on the side of Double Cap.
And at that point, I think that they needed to switch off of the Zarya. They saw them swap back to the Ana. They needed to be able to eat these anti-nades. They needed to be able to eat this, just take down this McCree at that point. But they stuck with the Zarya, and overall, it did not pay at all.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely a high-risk, high-reward pick, and it did not work that well as you see him swapping back to the Diva. Probably a nice, safe, and good pick, but Crybaby might actually be running the Tracer here. Not sure if that's going to come out here.
Tracer would be an interesting pick, but I'm not sure that if they will run it. If they do, then the Tracer needs to be... Okay, yeah. So it's going to be Sim versus Sim. I think on the side of Double Cap, they're just doing it speed out. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Copy Dog coming out on the Sigma. It seems like he's trying to play anything but Diva, actually. Both Sims going to be opting to TP through the window. Yep. Vitalize does get the initial point. Crybaby gets it down early. Wall's coming out from both sides, trying to wall off the Reinhardts here. Mo already forced out by Great Cup. Should be an advantage for the side of Double Cap, especially as it going down by Ravioli. Ninny already having to drop out of the point. Initial cap should be for Vitalize here. Crybaby already halfway to his ultimate, building like an absolute machine, 60% and counting right here. Copy Dog actually getting a lot of value, and you see Dibs 70% to his shatter as the Ryan from the side of Double Cap gets frozen down by Hero, and just like that, Vitalize is going to be able to take this point so easily.
With the difference between the Sigma versus the Diva and the fact that Sigma can basically just, it's an extra shield, it's an extra like defensive style where they can hold the point while the side of Double Cap had to back out. And they basically had positioning value over Double Cap there, and they were able to push through, and that was a very good play by Vitalize, able to take that point and just shred them on their entrance.
And now the best part is Vitalize is going to be coming into this fight with the sim wall too, and they have point control. All signs looking good for the side of Vitalize here, as they also have the shatter if they want to use it. TP coming in, very aggressive play coming out from Double Cap. Reinhardt comes through and charges through. Nano Boost coming in. Absolute madman is Ninny as he gets counterpinned though. Looking to probably get a shatter off here, I assume, with a big fire strike. Yep, he does connect onto the main support for the side of Vitalize, but will be taken down for his effort. Crybaby could be popping his ultimate here. Beat Drop will come out to counter the ultimate from Copy Dog. Heroes Blizzard does find great value taking down Platinum. But honestly, I think the side of Ravioli and his team should be able to win this, especially with his ultimate being coming online. Diva trying to take down the Sigma here. He's dropping so low. Shimada just getting so much cleanup on this Mei as he has Blizzard. Should he elect to use it? I don't think he needs to. In a late ultimate coming out from Toasty Toast. But hey, it takes down the sentry turret, so I guess it was worth it.
Overall, that was a very, very good re-engage. Oh!
Potentially Swap coming out? Yeah,
yes.
He's gonna go to McCree.
Okay.
So what is he trying to do with the McCree here?
The McCree basically is able to just put more pressure onto the shield and enable them to get to the point a little bit easier. The one problem they're going to have with the McCree here is just pushing into the point, because the sim turrets will indeed shred them, and with the Diva on the side of Double Cap, I don't know. They're just going to have to look for aggression off breaking the shield and lowering their abilities.
Yeah, Mayo coming in from Shimada will freeze this team up. Reinhardt already dropping down to the Diva, quickly to fall with it too. Great value from the Mei is Shimada, and just popping off right now on this Mei, allowing his team to keep the point up for them a little bit longer.
Yeah, the the meta switch I don't really agree with. I think I would want them to stay on the sim, maybe try to do some like aggressive TP behind them, or maybe at that point switch to Doomfist. Doomfist is a very good counter in a way to the Symmetra composition, because all he needs to do is just punch into the sim and basically delete him, because the sim cannot use wall to save him. Sim is not really brawly from DPS versus DPS encounters.
Yeah, McCree having to struggle with the value here as Ravioli already has a sim wall. Gonna like to use it here, splitting the wall in half. Actually gets nano boosted. Gonna be doing tons of damage onto the tanks as the boot comes through from Lilac. Takes down Copy Dog. Oh, wow. Actually, a huge boot coming out from Double Cap, and he finds another one. Lilac has been thirsty for these environmental kills on match. Can he find another one? Yes, he does. 3-piece boop coming out from Lilac, and 90% almost in counting for the side of Double Cap.
It is very interesting on what Vitalize is trying to do here. They're trying to go around, they're trying to loop, but at the end of the day, Double Cap already has the ultimates to stop them from moving, and it looks like he accidentally earth shattered. Don't know
that's not going to help your case here, but 95%. This should be last fight scenario, because with the beat drop here, they can elect to use it right here. Big two-man anti coming up from Double Cap, but Crybaby takes down the Mei. Lots of damage being negated with that cool. Dibs dropping down the shatter, takes down 4. Dibs trying to desperately save this point, and Hero will definitely help that effort with the Blizzard here. Diva ult coming out from Toasty Toast. Not sure if he wanted to use that there, as they're going to lose this point, and he's going to waste that ultimate.
A very interesting ult by the side of Vitalize. They tended to use a little bit too many ults there, because that 4-man shatter should have finished off the fight, but it really doesn't matter at this, as the side of Double Cap also used many ults to try to survive there, and it looks like they're going to opt to go for the mirror match. So this is a lot more standard after losing first to switch to it, so let's see what they can do here.
Yeah, last fight territory as Vitalize is going to be... Double Cap is going to be wrapping around the left side. Vitalize is opting to take the point here. Drive fight coming up from both sides. Tark does have the beat drop if he wants to use it here. The thing that we have to look at is Shimada's Blizzard right here. When will he use it and how will he use it is the big question. If he can get a big one, as Dibs actually gets antied, dropping so low. Nitty with the clutch play, but Copy Dog eats the Blizzard in the final hour. That could result in a team fight win for Vitalize. Copy Dog trying to get the hero play with the Diva Bomb, not being able to find it, but Crybaby popping off with the left clicks. He's even going to press Q maybe. It is going to drop, but Diva actually eats the ultimate, completely negated from Toasty Toast. But I don't think it's going to matter as Copy Dog is popping off. Nano Boost coming on to Crybaby should ensure this point win for Vitalize. And it's going to look like it's going to go to a map 3 for Lee Jang here on the first map.
That was a huge play by Copy Dog. He was able to eat that mail and then get a huge, it wasn't really a huge bomb per se, but it was a huge just zoning, and the fact that their tank line were able to just come back and just destroy the tank line of Double Cap there. So we do have a match on for ourselves here. Let's see what they can run, but I might be very interested on what Double Cap is doing.
Oh yeah, the classic ball, the ball widow Pharah here.
Yeah, very classic indeed. You see that in your rank games a lot of the time. However, we're going to see this in this match. This composition overall is a very displacement composition where you're trying to displace the enemy team and try to get picks. Overall, it's a decent composition, but I don't know if it's going to be good here.
Yeah, as you see, Double Cap going to elect to drop onto the point early here. Actually gets the initial take here. Vitalize will be going through the right room here with the meta comp. The thing we have to watch is Crybaby. Will he be able to take down Shimada on the far? That's going to be a key matchup to watch. Whoa! Huge play coming out from Dibs as he actually pins Nini. Big brain play. But Ravioli takes down a piece of the pie right there as he takes down Crybaby. And actually takes down the Ana. Popping off on the right side of this point. Platinum does drop down, though. Main support down for Double Cap. But it won't matter as he actually gets res by Lilac. Favor advantage here for Ravioli, but right as I say that, Lilac going to be dropping down by Dibs. Great play coming up from the Reinhardt here early on the side of Vitalize as he already takes down so many. Crybaby will take down Ravioli too. No more snipes coming in from the side. But Shimada actually back on point, but he does not have a mercy. They have to take him now if they want to. The Nano Boost actually getting stunned by Crybaby. What a huge play from the from the McCree on the side of Vitalize. But the worst part is I don't think it's going to matter as Toasty Toast comes onto the point. Almost as bomb already. Great place from the Diva. Will he be able to take down the Mei? I don't think so. Hero does have the Blizzard. Will he use it here? D-Mac is coming through. Bomb will come through. This is a very sloppy fight. Toasty does find the Mei somehow. I'm at a loss for words. This fight is crazy right now. The Ana from the side of Double Cap takes down the Ana from Vitalize, but Coffee comes right through with the Diva on the zone, taking down Shimada. Will he use it? Crybaby takes down Ravioli once again, and Dibs taking on Lilac. This is a ridiculous fight, looking like a 2 CP point right here. Dibs does find 2, but right as I say that, Double Cap comes in and takes 2. I don't know how much more I can talk right here, but Copy, please shut me up and win this fight for your team. Are you kidding me? He gets demech, but we'll have to use his bomb here to remech. Wow. Flawless, please talk for me. I'm a little out of breath.
Alright, so that was a very interesting fight. The fact that the only way this composition works on the side of double cap is if they get picks. And they were able to get picks at the start, and that's what made it such a basically close fight. But then it started to get a little bit sloppy where they weren't getting as many, where they weren't able to get as many picks, and then overall they weren't able to pull it off.
Yeah, Shimada main looking to flank around the left side with his ultimate, looking to get great value. Copy Dog spots him out, actually gets the DM on him. He's all over that like a white on rice, but he does take down one. Tark 33 dropping down, and Lilac will be able to take him back up. Nini drops in the shadow, gets blocked. Great play from Dibs. Crybaby in the backline taking down Nini for his efforts, but Toasty Toast will enable the fight to win. Shimada popping off on this far despite getting his ultimate relatively eaten by Copy Dog.
And like I said, this comp is basically built off of the picks, and they were able to get a pick very early on and just aggress onto it. This composition is basically built on the fact that the DPS have to carry, and they have to carry hard. But on the side of Vitalize, their Kree, their Ana, and their D.Va need to be able to handle this Pharah and not allow this Pharah to have enough space to do this much damage to their team.
Yeah, and a great opportunity for that will be with Crybaby's High Noon. Once he sees that the Pharah left shifts in the air, should be a prime opportunity to press Q here. He might even do it right now as he's rotating into the right room. Already 30% coming out for the side of double cap. Thing we have to watch is Hero's Blizzard here. Crybaby wrapping around the left side, looking to catch him out of position, but Toasty Toast is one step ahead as he bombs in. Won't be able to find anything. Zoning bomb, actually, you could say, but does drop the Rhine shield very low. Crybaby going to get booped off the map by Shimada. The Pharah gets the best of him here as a one-man advantage, rather, coming out for the side of double cap. But right as I say that, the barrage comes in, takes down 2. Tark gets his beat canceled. 3 for Shimada main. He's popping off on this Pharah here. And the ultimate coming out from Hero here a little bit late. Copy Dog will get demeched here right before he can use his ultimate. And the Mayo being used is actually a very desperate attempt to take the fight back here.
Yeah, that was a very, very sloppy thing that Hero did there. He shouldn't have done that in any case, any scenario. All of his teammates were down to the barrage, but he ended up using his ultimate, and that might cost them the round as they only have High Noon, D.Va Bomb, and Nano to recontest, which is still a good amount of ults, but against this composition, you really need that Mayo.
Yeah, Ravioli with the sights too, looking to catch him out of position as Vitalize is now the team to wrap around into the room here. Crybaby still has the High Noon if he wants to use it on Shimada. Hopefully he doesn't get booped off is probably what he's thinking. Copy Dog will try to use the bomb in to go in here. Looking to get big value here. He takes down 2. Pharmacy down. Not sure how they get taken down. It's on the ground, but sure as hell works as they're going to look to take back this point with 46 already on board. Crybaby Nano boosted sure to ensure this, but Toasty Toast actually wins that duel this time.
And there you go. They were able to push it in with the ults they had, and now it's scrapyard for double cap. They're gonna have to try to build up their ults. They're gonna have to try to look for picks. This composition is pretty good, I think, overall. They're kind of handling it well, where they're putting a lot of pressure onto that McCree on the side of Vitalize. Like you saw fights before, the Pharah is able to control Crybaby and control him. Let's see what he can do here.
Yeah, Crybaby still has that High Noon, saving it for a rainy day here, but with the Valk coming out, he's got to use it at some point. This is final fight scenario. Both DPS and the Ana going to be taken down, but Dibs with the counterpin saves his team. Heroic play coming out from the side of Vitalized. Reinhardt also almost has the Shatter on board. Will he elect to use it here? He should, as it's already 80%. Shimada boops Crybaby off again. How do you have that happen to you twice, Crybaby? That's impossible. Nano boost coming out from the side. Shimada just pressing Q to win the game right here. Absolutely ridiculous plays coming out from the Pharah as he takes down 4. Looking to get the 5 as he takes down Lucio here maybe. Yeah, Ravioli will finish it off here. Pharah saving the point for the side of double cap, and a 1-0 advantage should be coming out for the side of double cap.
And like I was saying, Client, they were able to control that McCree. He was just able to take that advantage and boop him off the map, and that just basically ended them the fight because the McCree was basically the only one who could handle that Pharah, and he got knocked off. The D.Va wasn't able to pressure the Pharah, and the Pharah was able to get that barrage off. That was a very, very clean engagement by the side of double cap. Overall,
yeah, I have to agree with you there.
Good fight there.
Shimada popping off on that Pharah, really saving the team for him. But I gotta say, Crybaby, how do you manage to get booped off the map twice? It happens to you once, shame on them. If it happens to you twice, shame on you, my man. You gotta get off the edge, man, or else he'll find you, and he will take you down. Shimada, already early player of the match for me with that Pharah play.
Yeah, a pretty good far out match for Shimada. However, we have to give it up to the entire team. They kind of played that very, very well in the fact that they engaged with the picks, and Shimada was able to just come back with the far out, just getting picks up after picks, and Ravioli being like a silent but deadly backline where he was just able to catch anyone out of position and just snipe them. Very good plays by the side of Double Cap's DPS. And overall, I think this match has been it was kind of sloppy. In fact, they used a lot of their ultimates at weird times. Fights seemed to like go on for long times, or they were very, very one-sided. Either they used way too many ults, or they just didn't use any of their ults at all, and they just got rolled over. Very, very weird match so far we've seen from Double Cap and from Vitalize. Now, one thing I really, really want to highlight is the support players from both sides. You got to give it up to Tark and to Platinum. Both of, I mean, not Tark and Platinum. Tark and Lilac, very good main supports overall, and they were able to protect their team.
Yeah, I have to agree with you about that. Definitely great plays coming out from the supports. Vitalize, though, still looking pretty good here. Dropping down early here, but honestly, sloppy match overall, but they did still show signs of greatness. So, especially Copy Dog on that off tick, really doing good. Especially Crybaby on that McCree. I mean, a little bit unfortunate on the side of Gardens, but other than that, he was popping off on the Cree. So if he can get back on the right foot in the next map, I definitely think he can get it going here.
It did seem like he had some issues dealing with the Pharah, but was it more in the fact that he wasn't able to deal with it, or other people just didn't pressure enough that Pharah? Because he did not seem to have as much space for himself to be able to take out that Pharah, and their Diva and their Ana didn't seem to go after them. They kind of relied on Crybaby to take out that Pharah, but Crybaby wasn't able to get that much positioning and like advantage onto the Pharah, and he just died.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. A lot of pressure being put onto the side of the McCree, on the side of Vitalize. So can't really cut too much into him, but it is your job to deal with the fire, and it looks like he was kind of unable to do so. So hopefully he can get back on the right foot. Definitely not calling him a bad player by any means, but kind of unlucky scenario for him on the side of McCree there against the fire.
Very unlucky on Gardens, honestly. It didn't seem like his team or him were able to just protect him enough so that he could deal with it. It seemed like he needed to play more inside with his team, but overall, he played pretty well in the other points. Like, we saw some greatness on him on the McCree, so it just seemed like he was just having it a little bit off, and the fact that he wasn't able to play with his team, and his team didn't really like back him up, so he kind of just got abused that round.
Yeah, definitely a lot of pressure being put onto him. I would have to agree with you there. Second map is going to be Hanamura here. What do you got to say about that point for these teams?
Hanamura is very meta-oriented. I mean, defense, you could see some, like, Junkrat. You could see some, like, very interesting picks. I mean, offense is usually meta, but you could see some wacky stuff. I mean, from what we saw from Double Cap, they seem to not be just meta one-tricks. They pulled out that far. They pulled out the Widow. We saw a little bit of Hammond before he swapped to Reinhardt. So, I mean, I think the way Vitalize has to win this and abuse what Double Cap is doing is by playing their meta more concise together and just basically rushing at the front line of the side of Double Cap. Because if Vitalize just goes aggressive onto the main tank of Double Cap, he wouldn't be able to survive much, since he wouldn't have a Lucio or anything when they're playing those off meta compositions.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely some space to improve against those wacky compositions. I'm sure they're practicing a lot on the meta v meta, but when Double Cap comes out with these wacky compositions, I got to imagine it does catch Vitalize off guard, which I'm sure is exactly what they were hoping for.
Yeah, and honestly, I just really wonder what's going to be going on this map. Like, you could see very interesting compositions on both sides. We've seen Vitalize basically stick to mostly meta, right? But on the side of Double Cap, we saw some niche picks. I'm gonna expect the meta versus meta. You could also see the sim on the offense, maybe TPing to point, maybe just having an aggressive hold on to point. However, overall, this map has been purely one-sided for meta as we've casted so far.
Yeah, one thing we have to mention is Ravioli is actually going to be subbed out here for Jolt. Ravioli popping off on that DPS, but actually going to be subbed out here. I'm sure they're going to have some sort of game plan going in with him, with Jolt, I should say.
it could be some interesting compositions. I mean, from what we saw from Ravioli, he played a lot of Kree, he played a lot of Widow, so he's basically their hit scan. So we could opt to see maybe some Hanzo play, maybe some, I don't know, maybe some Genji, maybe some Doomfist. I don't know. We can see some crazy stuff from Jolt here.
I hope to see a Torbjorn here. I love Torbjorn on this point, but unfortunately, I don't want to get my hopes up for that one.
Yeah, you might not see the Torbjorn yet, client.
Yeah, I wish though, but we'll see what they are going to elect to run here. Double Cap, definitely known for being a little wacky with their compositions, as they showed in Lee Jang. Oh, hey, Mom. Oh, looks like they're going to be running the Ryan Zarya with Jolt on Genji. Yep, as we suspected.
Yeah, I expected that 100%. I knew that the Genji was going to be coming out. He is known to be a pretty good Genji in intermediate, so let's see how it goes out. We got Shimada main. It looks like they're going to be playing both of the Shimada brothers.
That might be the strategy going into this fight, honestly. Could be a little bit of BM, maybe, but I think that's probably a little too deep of a thing to think.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I think they opted to play the Genji Hanzo, and as you can see, Shimada main playing a Shimada, so we get to see them actually play this composition.
One thing we do have to mention here is the fact that there are a lot of win combinations with the composition that they're running, if you want to quickly go over that.
Yeah, I mean, the Widow on the side of Vitalize, that's kind of countered by the side of Double Cap, and the fact that Genji and Hanzo can deal really well with the Widow, and the Widow can barely get any positioning going for him.
Yeah, he's already going to go be back swapping to spawn right here, actually.
Yeah, I would like to see the McCree, because McCree, oh, they're engaging without him. That's a very interesting play by the side of Vitalize, and they're getting just completely demolished for that decision there.
Yeah, I don't quite know what that plan of action was. You got to know when somebody's back in spawn here. That definitely did not work out for them.
They need to just aggress with the McCree. I mean, the McCree gets a lot of value against their composition. I mean, Genji and Hanzo shouldn't be able to do that in the fact that they can get a good Mei wall and their Kree can just deal with the Genji. Overall, they can just aggress into them. They don't really have much they can do about it, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, Copy Dog on the Zarya, already pressing W into them. No Mei for the side of Double Cap. We're allowed a hard W key from the side of Vitalize as Dibs is charging in, and Copy takes on Shimada. First pick down for the side of Vitalize here. Popping off is Copy Dog on the point, but Jolt actually takes down Great Cup before he dies for his efforts. Dib nano boosted should allow so much damage to be inputted onto the side of Double Cap. And swinging his happy old hammer is Dibs as he finds two, and that should open up the point for Vitalize.
There you go. Like I said, client, all they needed to do was just aggress with the Mei wall, and they got Reinhardt, and they were able to just rush through them. I mean, they couldn't do much. Jolt tried to make the play and tried to kill the Ana, but at that point, it was a little too late. He was able to get staggered, and overall, they weren't able to hold it. And it looks like they're going to have Nanoblade here, so they're probably going to engage with Nanoblade. I would love to see them switch, though, because I don't know if this is able to hold on to for long.
Yeah, definitely their plan of action was this Genji composition here. They do have the Grav Nano Blade if they want to use it. Nanoblade should be all they need here, as Tark does not actually have it yet. Here we go. Pinned! He gets pinned! Huge play coming out from Dibs as he completely negates the ultimate from Jolt. What a massive Giga Chad play from Dibs as it drops down onto the point. Absolutely massive plays. Shatter comes, takes down, Copy Down, and a big slam from Dibs. Dibs is having none of this from the side of Double Cap as he's just absolutely annihilating them. Solo carry coming out from Dibs as they're going to take the point with almost 5 minutes. Wow, Vitalize. Way to come back into a match after dropping
that was a pretty coordinated attack. I have to do so myself. He was 100% calculating that Rhine charge onto the blade. It was a very huge play by the side of the Rhine. They used all their ults and they were able to push through the second. It was very, very coordinated.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to run that Genji Blade composition, I think your plan of action isn't to go in and get pinned right there. Definitely not the right play coming up from the side of Double Cap, as it works completely not whatsoever.
It didn't seem like they had much of a plan there. They kind of planned the Nano Blade, but he kind of bladed in their face rather than just dashing into them and then getting nanoed. They kind of just bladed and then got nano, and then he just got slammed by the pin. Very, very weird engagement.
Yeah, I have to also give a big shout out to Tark here, sorry, not Muhammad. On the Lucio, actually enabling his Reinhardt to just go in and just swing. Absolutely massive plays coming out from the side of Lucio. And Jolt here, going to be on the sim. Definitely a better pick than the Genji here. Going to be looking to get some early point control, I'm assuming.
Tark overall has been playing pretty well, and he's kind of being more of a passive Lucio, but we saw a little bit more aggressive nature from him overall in this offense. I want to see what they're going to do here. I mean, the Symmetra is kind of interesting. I think that they're going to go right. I think they're just going to go TP point and try to hold their ground there.
Yeah, Jolt actually coming up from the left side spawn door. Pretty interesting. Probably not wanting to be seen by the rest of their team. Actually, pretty smart play. Yeah, definitely hiding behind the rest of his team. Jolt does have a plan of action here to not get spotted.
So I wonder what they're going to do. Are they trying
to...
Sim Maywall him up?
You can do it, Jolt. I believe in you. Yeah, not going to work right there. Now they're going to have to look for a game plan because they know they're on the sim and they know, okay, top right pick coming here. Very unfortunate play coming out from double cap early here. As they're going to go onto the high ground. Very interesting here. Rotating on around the right side is double cap. Toasty Toast just getting abused on the point. Dibs already at his shatter almost. Just absolutely massive plays. Nindy gets walled off. Great wall from Hero, but a two-man ante will take down Hero. Dibs will take down another piece of the team for the side of double cap. Dibs having a field day on the side of Hanamura. Absolutely taking no prisoners of war, but Lilac does take down Crybaby, but will be taken down. Vitalize and will be actually dropped here. Toasty Toast with the nano boost coming in. Big play from the Diva. Great recognition of a winnable fight, but right as I say that, both Divas are just popping off right here. Absolute madman on the side of double cap is Toasty Toast, but Copy Dog did almost try and save it here with the 2K.
Wow, man, that was a very, very coordinated. By the time gibberish. That was a very coordinated attack by double cap. They were able to punish the aggressive nature of Vitalize overall, and they were able to hold it. I mean, hold it.
Cap it, yeah.
Cap
now
it.
Jolt already has the sim wall. A little bit of a rough start for him, but he managed to turn it back around here. Ninny does not quite have his ultimate compared to Dibs, so definitely great plays from the Reinhardt.
All right, Jolt's trying to TP.
He drops down, gonna have to go back up to the high ground. He's looking a little lost right here. Maybe took a couple of stuff before the game as they're gonna go onto the high ground right here. The huge play coming out from double cap as they're gonna split the point in half. Looking to get the advantage here is double cap as they're just standing on the high ground. But this ain't no Bastion comp. You got to get down. It's too late. Great Cup takes down Joel here. Aggressive play coming out from double cap, especially with that bomb. Opens it up here. But the Blizzard coming up from Hero. It's a little late here. Shimada taking down 2 with the headshot. Looking like he played some Kovacs before the game on May. Hero will take down Ninny with the Blizzard, but I think it's going to be too late for the side. Oh, but right as I say that, Dibs comes back in. Takes down 2 with his Shatter. And right as I say that, Vitalize looking like they're going to hold this here. Great plays coming up from Dibs as always on this point, man. Really solid Ryan today overall.
I mean, you've seen from both sides, they're hitting a lot of the Qs, and they're able to hit the Q better than the other team, and that's what we saw from the side of Vitalize.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you got to give it up to Vitalize being able to stay in that without having a tick whatsoever. And Jolt's back on the Widowmaker, seeming like he wants to play everybody but meta, but that's okay. Great Cup swaps over to the Ana now, so it's looking like a full mirror match besides McCree versus May. Widow.
You have to admit that this is a very interesting swap by the side of double cap, swapping him as player to play basically off meta. And Hanamura is not really a map you would see a lot of off meta, so it's a very interesting thing that they're running here.
Yeah, bomb coming in from Copy Dog won't be able to find any value. Is double cap just hard W keying in despite not even having a McCree on the side. Crybaby actually trying to take a duel with Jolt. I wouldn't recommend that one. That's a bit of a hard fight to take. Ninny is going to be antied and swung onto. Yep, Dibs will take him down. Reinhardt down for the side of double cap. Investing is Lilac, though. Without their main tank, they still don't care. They want to win this fight, and they want to run it now. But it's going to be hard with Crybaby on the flank, taking down Platinum. Huge flank coming out from the side of Vitalizes McCree. That should allow for them to hold this point for just a little longer.
A very passive approach to that push Dibs and the side of Vitalize had, where they just waited out until they were able to aggress and just push up, and they basically took advantage of that. But it looks like Joel is going to be going on his 6th hero of this match, going on to Junkrat. He does seem like he just does not want to play the meta here.
Yeah, Junkrat. I'm not really sure what he's trying to get here, but certainly might be more value than he did on Widow with these nades here. Already at 20% to his ult, getting a lot of damage in. Blizzard is going to be in favor of double cap, so let's see how they use it. Hopefully, double cap will be able to get this off without Copy Dog being able to put it in his montage. Yep, we'll be able to do that. Great Crowd does nano Crybaby as they're going to drop to the low ground. Not much value coming up from the Cowboy, Lesser Cowboy here. Toasty Toes will be demech, but he will use his ultimate to get back into it. Jolt taking down 3. Jolt looking like fresh and revised here on this J-Still, actually dropping down onto the point, taking everybody out with him. What, 4K? Okay, I didn't know this was Junkertown. He gets 5. Absolute madman on this J-Silly. Absolutely opening this point up. But right as I say that, Dibs coming back onto the point. Nana Boost coming out on a Ninny. Shatter connects with a Ghost. Will not take anybody down, but he's just completely swinging onto Dibs. We'll take him down too. He's looking for Great Cup next as he has to fade out. No fade on the side. 2 ultimates already being used by Vitalize and able to... Oh! Shimada actually taking down right when he comes back in. Not being able to play the game on the Doomfist. Crybaby. Great place from McCree. Should be able to contest this. Wow. What a recontest from Vitalize, despite not looking like they would be able to do that.
I mean, overall, Jolt had some insane plays on the Junkrat. They weren't able to they capitalized on it, but they were able to lose people in the matter of him getting those kills. And he actually, his life went down. He died to the McCree before they were able to even get a tick, and that basically costed them. He got the kill, but I mean, he lost his life for it. So very questionable pick by the Junkrat. Let's see what he can do with this higher though. And
yeah,
he's deleted
double cap going through main. The Jolt actually electing to go top right, trying to get a flank Riptide, and it will not work in the slightest. Crybaby takes down 3. Crybaby absolutely popping off on this McCree end. Great play coming in from Vitalize, recognizing the out of position Junkrat.
I mean, I do love me some off meta picks, but at the on the side of double cap, you really need a question. You guys just won 1-0 this series. You guys played meta pretty well. You guys did play a little bit of off meta, but overall we saw you guys just succeed on the meta. Why switch it up?
I don't know. They're hoping to get 6K Junkrat Riptide here, though. That's for sure. Jolt already half HP. Has to drop back here. Only 30 seconds left. They're running out of time as Great Cub elects to pop his ultimate here. Jolt already taking the 1v1 with the Crybaby again. Dibs anti gonna be looking to back up here. Bomb coming through by Toasty Toast. Gets demeched and will not be able to find his life. Big shatter coming up from the side of Dibs. Takes out 4. But right as I say that, Copy Dog is gonna be shattered here. Nindy absolutely popping off and is nano boosted. Jolt finds 2. When will he use this? Jolt, you have to use your Riptide. It won't save for next round. Dropping onto the low ground at 46 HP. Questionable play. Crybaby, will he be able to take it down? Yes! Absolutely no value coming out from the Junker Riptide. I'm not sure what he's doing in the slightest. And just like that, Vitalize ties the series.
I can explain this overall. So I think Jolt was trying to keep the ultimate for next round so that he's able to tire them in the next game. I think he wanted to get a 6K, but he didn't really want to use it now.
Yeah, I think he's playing the wrong game because this is not Paladins. This is Overwatch. You got to use your ultimate before it's too late. And right there, it was definitely too late. And I just remembered, Follows, what I was going to say about Jolt on that Symmetra. I was going to say he had too much Nano Cola. That's what I was going to say. But I forgot. So that's
understandable. I would understand why you would forget. That is a very weird statement to say. However, what we saw from Double Cap was very interesting. I mean, they opted to play very, very off-meta strategies with the Sim, with the Junk, with the Widow, with the Genji. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was about time for them to maybe, just, play the meta, the thing that they basically won with, other than the Pharah Widow composition. But they didn't really have Jolt in for that. But I don't know. Very interesting. So what do you think Double Cap should do in order for them to take the win here on the next map?
I don't know. It's going to have to depend on the map. We're definitely going to be seeing Ravioli come back in. I think that's a good pick. He was popping off, but they're actually going to keep Jolt in. So, and
I think we're going to
be subbed out.
Oh, and Chunguson. I do love me some Chungus.
Yeah, Chungus, probably one of Vitalize's best players. Oh, sorry, not Vitalize. Probably one of Double Cap's best players here. And they're going to go to King's Row here. What do you have to see from that map?
Honestly, I just want to see Chungus pop off, all right? So this guy is a nutter, all right? This guy is a nutter. I want to see Chungus pop off, and I want to see Jolt maybe on the Junkrat again. Maybe he still has his ult, so there's probably possible chance that he can still win this round for them.
Yeah, I agree. If they still have the Junkrat Riptire up, they actually could get some great value here. Probably a little more value than he did on the side of Hanamura, but King's Row, definitely a point where you can run meta here, but as we've seen, both teams do not like running that.
Yeah, we could see like the meta. I mean, Vitalize we saw pretty much strictly meta. However, it's a very good round for Junkrat. and we've seen Jolt play some Junkrat, so maybe that ultimate will get some value. Maybe we can see some huge things from Jolt. I mean, we saw some huge things from him on the Genji. I mean, we saw at the start he was doing pretty well. So let's see what he does here. Maybe we can see him on the Mei. I think they're going to be doing some more off meta, which I really do not understand overall, because I thought that they did pretty well when they just played the normal, and then they swapped to the off meta with the other composition they ran. But this is very interesting. I thought that overall, I mean, they're playing like very, very, very well together. So it does look like they will sub out Toasty Toast though. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, Toasty Toast was doing great on the Diva, but we'll have to see what Chungus can do here. Definitely a big shoes to fill, but if anybody can do it, it's Chungus here. Both teams looking like they're ready here, so we're just going to jump into the third map, King's Row.
What would you want to see? No, never mind. All right, got it. So what do you think Chungus can bring to the table here?
Chungus is probably one of the most flexible people, I'd say, in Intermediate. He's not exactly the most known player, but he can show greatness on the tank, on the McCree. He's an absolute legend. Like, he has most hours on Widow, so might be seeing some Widow play from him. Might even see some Diva. Might even see some Bizarria. We don't even know. He's just a complete
maybe Roadhog?
Maybe even a Roadhog. I don't know, man. But definitely some cards up the sleeves of Double Cap, trying to catch Vitalize off.
You got to give it to the big Chungus. He could pop off here. I mean, overall, they are subbing in people very often, so let's see what they can do here. It looks like they're going to have a bio break. So what do you want to talk about exactly here?
Overall, we just got to talk about how even of a match this has been. Both sloppy maps, but honestly, both teams taking a piece of it, and pretty even so far, you'd have to say, right?
I mean, it's kind of been a clown fiesta of a match where it's really based off of who can hit ults the best. And what we've seen, who can hit ults the best on Hanamura, we were able to see Vitalize. It looked a little bit more kind of a lot better on Li Jiang, but Hanamura was just a clown fiesta overall.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. There's total chaos. It was almost like mystery here, as you could say.
Yeah, especially on the side of Jolt.
Yeah, Jolt just plays what he wants, man. Unfortunate that he couldn't get the W there, but honestly, can't really blame him on that one.
He could get the win here. I mean, we could see Jolt play some other heroes. Maybe I would like to do on the meta. I mean, we could see the off meta, but I don't know, because Vitalize seems to be able to take out the off meta now. They seem to just be aware of this. I mean, the Far Widow composition on Li Jiang is completely different to all these other off-meta picks. So overall, I just want to see Vitalize continue with this meta. I mean, the King's Row is perfect for it. So if Double Cap opts to play some off-meta crap, it won't work out.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you can't really think that they were doing too bad on the meta. They managed to take a point off of them on it, so not really sure why their refusal to run meta has kicked in, but nevertheless, we're just going to hop right into King's Row finally.
I mean, it could possibly be mentality or the boom mentality. Not really the boom mentality, but more of the cocky mentality in the way that they kind of won pretty convincingly on the off meta. So maybe they thought they could continue with this off meta. But hey, they're still on it on King's Row. Let's see what they probably had some plan strategies. I mean, the Hanzo Genji on Hanamura second seemed like it was, oh my god. If this is how they continue, very interesting.
I mean, I get that you have Shimada on your team.
I mean, he's not playing. So.
Yeah, but like you don't have to run the Shimada bros every fight. So, but Ball Sigma is definitely one of the most Ball Zarya is actually one of the most recognized tank comps. So I can understand that one here, but definitely interesting picks overall. And will they stay on those? I'm not sure. I hope not.
Man, I actually, come on. I enjoy the Ball Zarya. I think it's one of the best compositions in the game right now. But we'll see the Genji Hanzo being let out here, so we'll see what they can do this time. This time, Ravioli in for the Hanzo, so maybe they were just needing some more Ravioli. Maybe they just needed some more, Alfredo. And
but will they be lacking that Shimada bro synergy here now that Shimada's out? That's the question here. Both teams going to be coming onto the point, though. Chungus will get a lot of value, already at 70% energy. Great plays from him. Charge coming out does take down both Reinhardt's. Hero already so low. Dibs will find the first kill on the Nini. Main tank down for the side of Chungus and Double Cap squad, and they're going to have to back out here.
This is very, Very interesting. It just seems, I mean, we've only saw it from first fight, but it just really does seem like they're kind of in a way giving up. I mean, they're trying to build it up on the Nano Blade, but Genji really isn't a good pick in this meta. I mean, if you can get good Nano Blades, if you have a Genji carry, but we haven't really seen that from Jolt throughout the series so far.
Oh, Ravioli coming out on the left side of the hotel, takes down Tark. That's a huge pick for the side of Double Cat. Right as we say that, Dibs does come in with the Nano Boost and takes down Jolt. Oh, but Ravioli takes down 2. He's absolutely destroying the side of Vitalize, but it doesn't even matter as the tanks of Vitalize are equally popping off. Nini will be the next one to fall by Dibs. You can't shatter Zarya when she has bubble up, but that's a good try from the side of Dibs. A bit of a late shatter, but style points, I suppose.
Hey, Dibs was styling onto them already, so he was wanting to just get that shatter out of the way so he can build another one, you know? He just wants to keep building them, and that's the plan. So.
And now we got to see that 2 people are already down on the side of Double Cap, so looks like a bit of an aggressive play coming out from the side of Vitalize.
The Nano Blade.
The thing we have to look at is the Nano Blade here. When will he pop it is the question. Jolt is the man of the hour, but once again, Nini down to Dibs. Dibs is just absolutely rolling the side of Double Cap, and he's just absolutely just steamrolling.
I mean, overall, what we've seen from Double Cap, I mean, they're trying to come back with the ults. I mean, they have a lot of ultimates. They're going to be looking for the Grav Dragon. They're going to be looking. Those are their win conditions. Part of this composition.
Yeah, they have 6 ultimates here, so if they're going to win a fight, it's going to be now, especially with all these win conditions that they have. Jolt's got to use his ultimate here, I'm assuming. No, he's actually going to elect to use the Grav Dragon here, and Jolt's dead. But it won't matter as the Grav Dragon does come through here. So a good ultimate usage from the side of Double Cap. We'll have the Nano Blade enabled for next fight. So overall, a clean rotation, but it did take a hefty minute to cap it.
Yeah, overall... it took a while for them to cap it, but they were able to do it. I mean, they're trying to go off of these win conditions and basically steamroll them out of proportion. I mean, if they just get a nano on their Rhine by the side of Vitalize and they just ram through, they can't really do anything about it. They don't have stun, they don't have freeze, so Dibs basically runs free onto the side of Double Cap.
Yeah, I mean, look at the pressure Nini's getting onto him. They just can't out-heal this. He's already at 1 HP, and his shield's already down too, so like... I'm not really sure what you're going to do without a Mei here, but
here comes
I guess
the
it's working somewhat here. The thing that we have to mention is Double Cap does have the Nano Blade, and Tark does not have beat for it. If they're going to use it, he's got to use it now, and yep, he'll press the trigger right here. We'll get Nano boosted. Mei will come through on the side of Hero, but it's going to be a little too late as he gets taken down right while he uses it, so great play coming out from Jolt.
And this is what they wanted to do. They wanted to be able to coordinate the ults from to Nano Blade to Grav Dragon. But it does seem like they're running low on the Grav charge, so they don't really have their win condition anymore. They kind of have to just go off the Shatter, go off the beat, maybe just Dragon by itself without the Grav. But oh, that was a huge pick by Ravioli, and this could actually turn the tides of the fight.
Definitely did not mean to do that, but great play. Nevertheless, takes down Hero, and on the side of Vitalize, you're going to have to back up here. With 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Actually, Double Cap looking pretty good here on the side of King's Row.
I want to see what Jolt can do here. I mean, the AFK copy dog is going to the point now, and let's just see what Jolt can do. I mean, that's a huge shatter.
4-man slam coming out from Nini, finally finding some footing on this Reinhardt, and he'll just completely decimate the side of Vitalize here. Great play from Double Cap's Rein.
That's very unlucky in the fact that, I mean, overall, they're starting to do this a lot better, and I'm liking this from Double Cap, where they're trying to rotate the ultimates. They're trying to get, like, picks, and Ravioli's doing a great job on getting picks. He's overall styling on the side of Vitalize, so they just need to be aggressive. They need to give no space to Ravioli. But look, Nano Blade's already being built up, Grav Dragon's already back, and it's looking like almost maybe a steamroll we're going to see him here from second and third.
Yeah, Chungus is building up the AKM Grav, certainly taking him a hefty minute. Dibs will be nano boosted. Actually gets slept but is waking up. Quite unfortunate for the side of Double Cap. He's just pinning in, takes down Ravioli. No! Great bubble coming out from Chungus will save his Hanzo's life, and a back cap coming out from Jolt will be recognized by the side of Vitalize and Mei here.
I mean, it's still winnable. Are they going to recontest here? I mean, they have Nano Blade. They have all of their ultimates basically in their back pocket. I mean, it's a pretty big pocket, so they're able to push in here with a bunch of their ults.
Yeah, Vitalize going after soft reset here. Not quite sure why they're not pushing. Okay, there we go. Looking like to get 6 ultimates here is the side of double cap. What will they use here? Copy Dog will use his ultimate. Finding the Hanzo. The dragon not able to come through. Takes down the Hanzo. Copy Dog, great high ultimate. Oh, I said high noon because Crybaby popped it. But I meant bomb. Great bomb coming out from Copy Dog, actually shutting down the win combination for double cap.
That was a very well executed thing by the side. Well, not thing, engagement by the side of Vitalize, and they were grabbed, but they were able to still sustain through the grab because only 1 or 2 people got in that grab. So the grab dragon was basically useless, and that just negates a combo overall. Nanoblade has to work, or it's all done. We have to look at Tark. Tark needs to get this beat off, or it's all over.
Yeah, he's definitely playing very far back, enabling him to do so. They got to use it right here, though. It's already too late here if they don't. Let's see how Jolt elects to use it here. Shatter connects on Lilac, but nobody else won't actually be able to finish him off. Ninny will have the Shatter here, looking to use it here. Big Slam takes down 3, and the beat drop will be coming out from the side of Tark. Actually, both sides now. And the Nano Boost finally coming out on the Jolt. Missing his first swing. Gets his second swing, though. Will take down Crybaby. Tark dropping so low. Tark drops down 2 from the side of Jolt, but I do think it's going to be too late here. Actually, right as I say that, May goes down. Ana misses the sleep dart onto Jolt. Jolt is getting so much damage onto the side of Vitalize. Great Cub so low in the room. Does take down Hypnosis. Takes him down. Copy Dog on the point. Will he be able to find the Ryan? Tark with the recontest actually finds the Genji. Wow, they're actually going to be able to hold this. Great play from Vitalize being able to stall. Copy Dog killing himself. That's actually a bit of a questionable play here. They're going to actually be able to come back in. It's a 5v5 with him doing that. Not quite sure what he's doing. He's definitely not going to want to put that in his montage, though. Chungus almost has his grab here. Grab Dragon could be a very big potential for him right now. Already at 80% and charging it quickly. Already at 100 energy. Great plays coming out from Chungus. And what if he gets this? It could be winnable, especially with the Reinhardt down on the side of Vitalize. Ravioli takes him down. Assuming that they're going to go with the Grab Dragon, should be able to wipe him out. Especially with Ana going down. Jolt having a field day on this Genji. Really showing that he does have it in him despite what looked like on Hanamura. Will Chungus pop the grab here? No DM for the side of Copy Dog. And yes, he will like to use it, but Ravioli is dead. Won't be able to use the ultimate here for the side of Hanzo, but I don't think it's going to matter. And they actually cap with time left. Very impressive plays coming up from Double Cap, being able to cap with time left.
Oh, sorry. We need to give it up to Ravioli overall. He's been getting insane picks throughout this entire match, and you gotta question why he was subbed out on Hanamura. I mean, he looks like he's their star player, and he's been playing a really, really mean Hanzo.
Yeah, definitely popping off, showing that he does have the Hanzo in him, even though Shimada is out. So, despite not having the Shimada Bro synergy, he's still doing great.
It's pretty interesting. I mean, his name's Shimada main, but he's not playing in the composition that's built behind the Shimada Bros, so it's very interesting there.
Yeah, and the best part is they actually got time left, so no overtime stall coming out from the side of Vitalize. Very unfortunate for them.
I mean, you got to give it up to the side of Double Cap. We kind of gave them a little bit of jokes to their composition, which their composition, I would say, in my experience, should probably not be working as good as it is. It doesn't seem like they're able to, on the side of Vitalize, it doesn't seem like they're able to handle the Genji or the Hanzo, and they're kind of just having a free reign in the backline of Vitalize currently.
Definitely have to agree with you there, but the attack will be having to come through greatly here for Vitalize if they want to stay in this match.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just see. I mean, we need to see a lot of aggression, and it looks like they're going to switch to the Moira on the side of Great Cub, and that's a pick by Ravioli. Again, the man of the hour has been just fragging on this Hanzo.
Yeah, also just stopping fights before they even start with this Hanzo. Already halfway to his ultimate too. Moira, not really sure what value you're going to get with that.
I mean, Joel is looking for some pressure currently right now. He's trying to build up his ult. They're going to be trying to go for the same old combos they are. But it looks like Vitalize is going to go aggressive, which they have to be going aggressive. It looks like on the flank Crybaby, but he's taken out by Jolt.
Yeah, Joel
Very
dropping
tight.
into the backline. We'll take down Crybaby, but will he be able to stay alive for much longer? I don't know. Great right clicks coming out from the side of Vitalize Moira. We'll actually be able to find 2 here. Great plays from Great Cub. Already almost has his ultimate, and he will have his ultimate here. Vitalize coming in with a quick cap here. Definitely quicker than the side of double cap here, so great job for them.
Yeah, and I mean, they just needed to aggress up onto them. They can't really do much. They don't have that much damage. The only thing they have is a pick potential from Ravioli and the Nano Blade from Joel. Joel only can harass the backline, but without there being a backline to harass, he can't really do much other than go on the Kree.
Yeah, but at least he does have his ultimate here. Actually, both DPS for the side of double cap will have their ults here. Jolt has it before the ultimate from Tark here, so if he wants to use it, he can, especially with Hypnotos having his ultimate. So Nanoblade should come out here any second, especially with Great Cup already using his ultimate relatively early.
And there
especially
it is.
with Tark dying. They're not even going to have a blade. Jolt coming in with the blade. He's not nanoed yet. There we go. Takes down Great Cup because he has no fade, and will be able to take down 3. Great plays coming out from the side of Double Cap's Genji, recognizing that they have no Lucio.
And overall, they were able to use the Nano Blade, and that was their win. Now they have the Grav Dragon, and we need to see Chungus pull this off. We've seen it from Chungus before, some huge grabs. So let's see what Chungus can do here. But Lilac getting picked by a Moira Orb. That was a very skilled movement by the side of Great Cub.
Yeah, great play coming out from Great Cub. Targ taking him down. Grab Dragon will come through. No beat drop for the side of Targ. Got to build that eventually, bro, or your team's going to keep losing. The win conditions just keep coming and flowing for double cap. It's looking like a pretty impressive hold to start this first point off, or second point off.
Overall, I mean, the skill orb, I thought was able to win them that fight, but they didn't seem like they knew what ults were coming up, and they didn't know that the Grav Dragon was coming, and they basically just ran right into a Grav Dragon composition. Now, we have the Nano Blade almost built up again. We have a Shatter, so let's see what they can do. I mean, Lilac is almost on his second beat currently when Tark's on his first.
Yeah, but we do have to mention Vitalize having all 6 ultimates here practically. Definitely an advantage for them as they come in. What will they decide to use here? Definitely starting off with Great Cub's ultimate is a great move. 2-man ulti coming out from Hypnotus, having to stall back. Oh, flank on you coming out from Crybaby. We'll take down 2. Really good play. Copy Dog using his ultimate a little too late there. I definitely don't think that was needed. Crybaby flipping the switch as he takes down 4. Will he be able to find 5? No, misses every shot right there, but at least he hits the one that counts.
Crybaby with an insane flank on the side of Vitalize, and they were able to push through that point with that flank, and he was able to basically frag. And honestly, this is where Crybaby is starting to excel on the offense. He's more of an aggressive player, and he was able to go on the flank and be able to handle that. So let's see what he can do. He's kind of shutting down this Genji and this Hanzo more often than not, so we need to keep that up. They have Nano Blade on the side of double cap. Let's see what they can do with it. This is their win condition. They have 4 minutes on the clock. They need to do this now.
Yeah, they do have to pull the trigger here. Tark does have his ultimate, so he's going to like to use that when they finally use his Nano Blade here. They do almost have the Grab Dragon, but Chungus has got to build it a bit quicker.
Here it comes.
He gets stunned. He gets stunned and slammed. Wow. Genji in 2020 folks. Unfortunate scenario for Jolt here. Vitalize coming in. Does have the Blizzard. He won't even need to use it right now. This absolute steamroll from the side of Vitalize, completely negating any progress Double Cap had, thinking they were going to win this game. Crybaby will take down Lilac with the High Noon. I don't even think they're going to need the Blizzard here. There's nobody even alive to use it on.
Yeah, you gotta still question at this point why they're running this game. I mean, it's good on offense, I guess, because it's based off of Hanzo pick potential and the fact that they're able to get these quick blades. But on defense, it's kind of lackluster in the fact that, yes, if they get a pick, that's a huge win for them, but they could just get together, push again, get together, push again. You can't rely on Ravioli to always get a pick for you. Rely on Jolt to always have Nano Blade ready. It doesn't seem like it's very necessary, especially on the defense there. And it looks like they're sort of... It's not looking really good for double cap overall.
Yeah, I mean, I get that it's your win condition and everything, but honestly, like, meta's a meta for a reason, like, and not running it could actually not work out so well as you see, with 4 minutes and 18 on the side of Vitalize.
I really do like the switch from Great Cub. It just is a lot better against their composition. The Moira is able to handle the Genji well, especially when he's on him, because throughout the first part of the map, we were seeing Jolt abuse Great Cub on the Ana, just go into the back line, try to get a pick onto the Ana. The Ana wasn't able to sustain enough, but Great Cub on the Moira is able to just have more survivability, able to even 1v1 Jolt. And it looks like we're going to have a pause here.
We got to talk about something right here. Now, you see the time bank for them is only 1 minute, and you got to realize the composition Jolt and his team are running is very time dependent. It's going to take a while to build up that Nano Blade. It's going to take a while to build up that Grab Dragon. And with 1 minute left, it's kind of lackluster.
Honestly, we need to see them go very aggressive. We need to see Jolt just try to take as much ult charge as possible. I think they take a one quick dry fight, try to build that blade, because if they just have enough time for Jolt to just do some dashing, do some deflecting, he should be able to build it in this 1 minute time frame, but he has to do it very quickly.
Yeah, Jolt's got to be the hero player here, or Ravioli with his picks. He was getting them earlier this match. Let's see if he can replicate that. Both Ryan's going to be pushing on the point. Jolt actually deflects the stun from Crybaby. Already popping off right here as we predicted. Great plays coming out for the Genji. Double cap shield for Nindy is dropping low, but it's not going to matter. His Copy Dog is so 1 HP. We'll be able to be kept up on Moira. Moira is about to be out of heals, though. Already at 70% to his ultimate, but can't really do much when he's out of heals. Up to Lucio. As you see, both Reinhardt's dropping so low, but Nindy will be able to take him down first. 2 for the man of Chungus. Absolutely popping off on the Zarya, already halfway to his ultimate. And Ravioli takes down 2. And just like this, the win conditions are going to keep rolling in for double cap. Teabag coming in from Chungus here. A little bit of BM here.
That is very questionable by the side of Vitalize, in the fact that Crybaby stunned into the deflect and just died with no support, with no backing. He probably never called where he was, and he just ended up dying. And look, their win conditions are up. Nano Blade is up. They're going to probably do the Nano Blade. They're going to do the Grab Dragon. How are they going to stop this? They don't even have a beat. They need to invest stun. They need to invest all these ults to try to shut down this Genji. I don't know what they're going to do here, Client.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be hard to do something here. Shatter comes, takes down 3. They might not even need to use their biggest win conditions. Right as I say that, a big freeze coming in does take down Nindy. Crybaby take down Jolt. You got to use your win conditions in a second. Chungus will get nano boosted in desperation. They got to get this D-Mech right here. Copy Dog's DM is about to be down, and he will use it. He pulls the trigger and it finds 2. Not really finding too much value with it. We'll take down the D-Mech, but honestly, not really worth the use of
Oh!
They C9! Oh! They C9'd!
Very cluster of a match we do have here. They could have kept rolling. They had all their ults ready, but they didn't really like the point. Maybe the point said something to them, and it was kind of mean, so they just wanted to get off of it. I don't know. The payload's kind of mean like that sometimes, you know?
Can we get a C9 in the chat, guys? Can we get a C9?
Yeah, can we get a C9? The viewers. C9 in the chat.
All 8 viewers.
All 8 viewers. Very big C9 in the chat. All right, let's see. Well,
oh man, they had so much going for them, Flawless. They had so many ultimates in the bank. They had the Grab Dragon. They used it and they won the fight. They had Nano Blade coming out, and they just C9'd.
Yeah, they were relying way too much on the Shatter, and some of them got picked off, and then they ended up grabbing. But it was kind of awkward because nobody was paying attention to the payload, and they were able to take it. So now let's see on the side of Vitalize here, as they have a lot of time going for them, and man, you really have to question what the hell is going on with double cap here.
I have no idea, but whatever it is, they gotta find to make it work, because they got 4 minutes. They're in there for the long haul, and they didn't exactly get too much progress on that payload. So definitely a lot of advantage for the side of Vitalize here, as this double cap's still going to be running their tried and true composition. They've been running this whole match. Figure, why not? You got to get something going. It's got to be now. Vitalize will get their Fire Strike deflected by Jolt, already 30% to his ultimate. Vitalize actually just hard W King. We'll be able to take down the Hanzo here. Great wall, splitting him off. Copy Dog taking him down. Little too aggressive is the Reinhardt for the side of double cap, and they're going to pay for it as an early cap coming out for the side of Vitalize.
In the wise words of a true friend of mine, what the hell is going on in this game? I do not know what is going on. Why are they playing this composition? It seemed like they were doing pretty good against their meta. Why don't they just continue to play the meta? I mean, they were able to take Li Jiang playing meta, and then they just played a little bit of Far Widow, and they were able to take a point off of it. But look, they're just getting rammed over on this composition, and it doesn't
I don't
seem
know
like
it.
especially
Just
on the
complete
defense.
desperation here. His Great Cub is gonna pop his ultimate. Crybaby getting a little low here. Gotta back up. Dibs almost has his shatter. Will he use it here? Another great wall coming up from Hero. No Ryan coming up for the side of Vitalize, or sorry, for the side of Double Cat, and it's just completely shut down by the 4-man shatter from Dibs. And that should just about seal this map 3 up for Vitalize.
That should seal it up, and you got a question, client. What has Double Cap done to their winning odds? I mean, they were up 1-0 at the start of the series, but then they were like, "Hey, let's play some Genji, let's play some Hanzo, let's play some Junkrat," and it didn't really work out in their favor. I mean, they had a pretty good offense at the start, but overall they weren't able to push through on their defense, and their defense was just basically just a run over by the side of Vitalize.
Yeah, great play coming out from Great Club. Huge right clicks. Wow.
Dude, honestly, holding down that right click and just aiming at people, that there's just so much skill involved. And you gotta give it to him. I mean, Great Cub has been playing pretty good on the Moira. It was good that he realized to switch to the Moira rather than being on the Ana, which he kind of got abused on the Ana, so it's kind of nice to see that he went to the Moira there.
Yep.
And it does look like they're gonna be bringing Toasty in, and there it is, Sen. We've seen this guy on the May before, so maybe we're gonna finally see them stick to the meta that they should have been playing this entire time.
Yeah, definitely some strong opinions on that composition, huh?
Very, very much.
All right. Well, one thing I gotta mention is actually Great Cub going over that Moira, getting a lot of value against the Genji. What do you think enabled that to happen?
I mean, I think it was just a basically intelligent switch overall, because he kind of got abused on the Ana. His sleeps weren't getting enough value. His anti-nades weren't getting enough value. He was basically just getting shredded by the Genji into the backline. Moira is just overall a better pick, especially against like Genji, against like a bigger like spam damage. And they were able to just swap to the Moira. The Moira can handle the Genji better, especially if he goes onto their backline. So overall, a very, very good pick by Vitalize, and it's a very questionable pick on the side of Double Cap. I want to see them succeed, but they kind of threw their odds with this Genji Hanzo weird composition that they thought they could pull off. Especially on defense, it's very interesting. I mean, they could pull it off on the offense. I get it. There are so many win conditions that over time you're going to be able to take all three. However, on defense, you kind of just get ran over, especially against the May composition.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just really not sure. That composition, it's not the best. I'm gonna have to be honest with you.
We're gonna be able to see Sen in. I mean, if I do recall this correctly, Sen did play May for them in their last match. We saw Ravioli and Sen, I'm pretty sure. So we might be able to see some of that meta coming out. Maybe we'll see some Pharah. I mean, they played some good Pharah today, but Shimada main is out, so maybe they're going to be just running standard, and that's what we've wanted to see from them. So let's see if they do that this time around.
Yeah, but Ravioli and Sen are going to be the picks here, so no more of that little experiment with the Genji. So
seemed like Chungus was that sort of spree for the Houston Outlaws, being played on that Zarya on that King's Row, but it didn't seem to work out in the favor of Double Cap that time.
Yep. Both teams ready as we're going to go into the fourth map of the series, Rialto.
Yeah, you can see a lot of compositions. I mean, you can see Pharah. You can see just traditional meta. I mean, mostly traditional meta is what you see. However, you could see the Pharah. We've seen it multiple times throughout Intermediate, them running the Pharah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
So follow me on Twitter at flawlessaerial_, just so you all know.
I'm Klein or W, if you want to follow me too.
Yeah, exactly. And shout out to the Hanamura Hotshots.
No. We could be seeing the Pharah Widow here come out for the side of Double Cap. They heavily favor that on Li Jiang, and this is probably the best map in the game to run that. So definitely could get some steam going here. And pause. Vitalize pause.
5 minutes.
Okay, we're in it for the long haul.
We're in it for the long haul, indeed. So, I mean, what will we see here? I mean, we saw them play the Far Widow when Shimada main was in. However, they do have Sen in, so I'm guessing. Well, I don't know if we saw Farah from Sen. Maybe we did it on other matches. It's been a long time since we've casted their last game. However, I'm pretty sure they tend to run the meta with Sen in, so we'll see what they can do here. I'm really curious on if they're gonna do the meta, because if they do the meta, I want to see how they play it, because they seem pretty confident on it inside Li Jiang, and then they started to run that Genji Hanzo stuff, which they were probably experimenting. But it does look like we're gonna come back into this round. We're not getting that 5-minute pause. Thank the Lord.
Yeah, one thing we have to mention here is that maybe they finally come to okay. But let's see. So yeah, Sen. Okay, I can see why they want to run this. So let's get your expert analysis on this composition from.
I mean, I am an expert indeed on analysis, so let's talk about this. So it's basically just traditional meta with the Widow. The Widow's trying to take out sight lines and basically able to just get picks. They're going to be building off of the picks. The difference between a McCree composition and this Widow composition is that they're trying to create enough space for their Widow to just get value. I mean, at that point, it's basically a meta just click heads forehead, you know? Like, they want him to pop off, and they need to create the space for it to do so.
Well, Ravioli's definitely been playing great on this Widowmaker, so definitely a true possibility here on Rialto's. We're going to hop right into it.
Ooh, nice shot from Ravioli, and he's about to demech.
Yeah, two quick coming out on the Copy Dog. Will unfortunately just result in a lot of ult charge for the Great Cub here. But that's okay, as both teams are going to be pushing around this corner here, looking to have quite a bit of a stalemate here. Divs already having it drop back around it, actually getting his shield dropped down to no HP. They're going to have to help out their May on the left side. Great wall coming out from Hero, actually separates Nini. Having to drop into the left room, that's surely not going to be where Reinhardt is. May actually has no ice block. Yep, Sen going to be taken down first here. Ice block will be abused by Dibs. Great recognition by him. And one-man advantage in favor of Vitalized. Is double cap. Got to be back in here. They're just going to get staggered harder.
For Widow to actually be used in this composition, he needs to get value and get the kills that he needs for his team to pop off. I mean, he's given enough space. However, it's just not enough. He needs to be able to get these picks, and he's not getting these crucial picks for him to be able to pop off. And at that point, you want to see him swatch to the Kree. I mean, he's about to demech Copy Dog. His Copy Dog just W's into him, but he does look for the Diva Bomb there.
Yeah, he gets the ultimate, and right back after the ultimate, he gets demech. So, fortunate. I don't want to say it again, but I wouldn't put that in my montage. But Dibs does have the shatter here. Will he elect to pull the trigger? Could be big here. He does find the Diva. A bit of an aggressive play will enable them to actually use the Blizzard. No DM because he is shattered, and that should wipe him up. Great play by Hero. Late high noon coming in, but it will find some value. Just a little bit wasted. Toasty Toast will drop down here. Oh, maybe not. Oh, yeah. He goes to take a swim, but that's a bit of a heavy neck.
On the Widow looked for a flank, and he was just shut down by the side of Crybaby, so it does look like he's going to swap to the Kree. This is what we wanted to see from them this entire time, so they're now able to just mirror the meta v meta. They seemed to be scared of the meta before, but now it seems like they're going to run it out. So let's see how they play this meta. They need to be aggressive. They need to be focusing onto that Reinhardt, so let's see what they can do here.
Yeah, two-man anti coming in from the side of double cap, but Copy Dog will take down the Diva. Oh, sorry, the May.
And there it is. The re-engagement with the May wall was very, very coordinated by the side of Vitalize, and you gotta admit, it does look like double cap is down in the rut. I mean, they look pretty good. The gutters, yeah. I mean,
whoa,
it's very sloppy play.
That Diva just went full Matrix, and now takes another swim. Toasty definitely getting his money worth on this Rialto vacation.
Yeah, I mean, not much of a vacation for the side of double cap, as they have to restart again on their offense. And it's looking pretty one-sided for Vitalize. I mean, they have ultimates coming up on the side of double cap. They have to use them. They are Ravioli already with the high noon. Here comes the May ult from the side of Sen.
And by space, but they will be able to get out of it. Great speed boost from Tark getting his team out. Now 5 ultimates on the side of Vitalize. Dibs will use his ultimate. Actually, everybody pressing Q on Vitalize. Copy will take down the Ana, finding great value. Crybaby from the right side will be able to take down the Reinhardt, but will be taken down a bit of out of position and is recognized by Toasty Toast. Toasty Toast coming in with the bomb. Shouldn't be able to find anything. What? Target's taken down. That's actually great for the side of Double Cap. And unless Great Cup can keep their Ana up, this is full desperation. Sen flanks into the right room and we'll be able to shut the Ana down. So looking like Double Cap with the last minute push should be able to take this. Blizzard, shut down!
The over-aggressive play by the Double Cap might result in a loss, but no, it looks like they're going to nano. They're just going to go aggressive and win out the point here. But I do have to highlight what Sen did on that point. So, if you remember this client, Tark was eliminated by the D.Va Bomb, but it was mostly set up by Sen. He was trying to hide into the room, but Sen saw that they were going to the room, May-walled him up into the D.Va Bomb, and he died. Just absolute big brain play by Sen, able to just not allow Tark to disengage from the D.Va Bomb.
Yeah. Alright, as Vitalize coming in with the great play is actually going to be able to shut down here. Oh, but Hypnosis is actually taken down. But Nini will find Dibs and will enable the Shatter too. No main tank for the side of Vitalize. We'll be able to have Nini get a free Shatter there.
I mean, Hypnotos has been setting up some of these huge plays with these anti-nades, with these sleep darts. But it does look like I2C is playing too aggressive. Like, he's been kind of getting out of position and just getting caught out. I mean, both of the divas on both sides have been playing very, very aggressive in this match, and they were being DMAC'd left and right. So we'll see what they can do here. I mean, Vitalize needs to use their ults. They have beat. They should be able to use it here, and yes, they do.
Yeah, beat being used, but will it be enough to keep Dibs up? I think it certainly will, especially with the Nano Boost coming out. Both my nudes going to be coming out, not finding any value. Toasty will use his bomb. Yay! Not finding any value. Copy Dog will almost have his. Will his find any more value? I don't even think they need it as the main tank is down. Oh, he'll pull the trigger. Will it be big? May down. Bang! Takes down Lilac. Already finding more value than Toasty Toast bomb as he does take down the main support for the side of Double Cap.
Wow, you gotta agree with me, client. I mean, it's kind of going back and forth now. It's kind of a well match here. A well match indeed, and let's see what they can do. Double Cap. I mean, they're kind of lost for words. They've used a lot of their ultimates last fight, and now they only have Hypnotos with his nano. They have to look for an aggressive engagement, and oh, they're looking at Maywall up top, but like half of them were split off.
Strategy, but now they're just going to be staggered. Sen, wow, a bit of a feed coming out from the side. Wow, I'm just okay. Wow. Interesting strategy coming out from Double Cap, and it does not work in any shape or form, and just absolute great hold coming out from Vitalize.
I mean, that was a very, very questionable play by Double Cap, and overall, we've seen them have brightness. They've had some bright spots. They were able to just frag on compositions, able to get picks. However, very interesting decision making overall by this team, running the Genji Hanzo in some of those maps, just trying to do these weird plays like Mei walling over the side, but only 3 of them got on the Mei wall. The other 3 were stuck on the other side of the wall, and they were just all caught out of position and just died there. I mean, very questionable plays overall by Double Cap. However, on the side of Vitalize, they're kind of looking pretty concise on their meta. It looked like they were a little bit sloppy on Li Jiang, but it seemed like overall throughout the maps, they've been feeling themselves a little bit more.
Yeah, Vitalize definitely turned this around, and this is a rare sighting of Double Cap running meta.
Yeah, I mean, they're starting out on the meta. We have never seen them start out on the meta since Li Jiang. We saw the Widow. The Widow didn't get much value for like 2 minutes, and then they swapped to meta. They were able to take 1 point on the meta. Let's see what happens. I mean, right now we see Copy Dog on the Winston, but I'm guaranteeing that he's going to be switching because all he's doing in spawn currently is doing an emote. So if you want to go check out that would be cool. Anyway, right now, overall, this is kind of what's one-sided for Vitalize, and we'll see what they do. I mean, it does seem like Vitalize has this meta down, but does it look like we're going to see the Winston and the Genji? Oh, no, this is BM.
It's guaranteed to swap. What happened?
I mean, I guaranteed it, but it looks like maybe this is just some BM. I mean, they're winning out pretty respectively, and they need to look for bubbles onto the Reinhardt or look for some dives, and it looks like they just deleted the Rein. He didn't have any sight line for them to get any heals off, and the Winston is just basically just a bunch of pressure, but looks like he went too aggressive. Just a little bit too aggressive, and he just died.
Trying to pull out the illusion strats, but you are not client, so you're not going to be able to get that much value on the Winston there. Crybaby will be taken down, so it actually looks like Double Cap will be able to come back and redefend this with almost looking like Vitalize kind of shooting themselves in the foot there.
Just the foot for now, though. Just the foot for now. Who knows if this continues? I mean, if they continue with this composition, they need to be aggressive. They need to look for the Nano Blade themselves. I mean, this is just shades of Double Cap that they're doing. They're getting a little bit cocky, and now they're running some weird stuff. Yeah,
they do have the Nano Blade. Should they want to use it, Nano Boost will come out onto the Diva, and it's not going to find any value as Toasty has to press the S key here. Crybaby with some nice kills, and look at the ultimates for the side of Vitalize. They're going to have so many going into this point. And this is all they need. They don't need a cap 3. They need a cap 2. And with the ultimates they have, I think they'll be able to do that.
Oh. Copy Dog again getting picked off, and it looks like they might be able to recontest this. I mean, 2 picks already. Toasty Toast is on point as Baby Diva form. Ravioli getting 3. Ravioli getting 4.
Yeah, great heroics from Ravioli, but unfortunately, it's going to be too late as they cap the point on the side of Vitalize. 6 ult should be on the side of Vitalize very quickly here, and unless Double Cap can match it early, it's looking like a GG on the side of Vitalize.
What's very important here, we need to see how this primal is used. Now, a lot of people use it for just creating space, but there are people maybe like Copy Dog who go for the big plays and go for the Fisher-esque plays of playing Winston. So let's see how he does this. I mean, he's looking for the bubble onto the main tank, able to. Oh, he's diving the May of all people.
Yeah, and the 2-man anti onto the side of the Double Cap tanks won't really matter, unfortunately. Toasty Toast popping off on the Diva will get demeched. Interesting try on the Primal, to say the least.
Very interesting indeed, but hey, Nano Blade is coming up. And here comes, hey, there you go, the Diva. So, a pretty standard composition, you know, the Kree Genji. You see this all the time. They're just going to be running pretty aggressive here. Look for the Nano Blade. This should be a pretty easy fight to win. I mean, they have 5 ults. If they just use all their ults, they should be able to win.
Yeah,
but no, Great Cub getting picked up by Sen.
Wow, Double Cap actually finding the kill on the Great Cub. They tried for the Speed Boost Diva Bomb, but will not connect. Bit of a weird play. Crybaby takes out Ravioli on the left side. Great play from him. And now it's looking like an even fight. Should they want to push the agenda? No. Dibs is going to be back in spawn, especially with Crybaby falling.
It was very interesting in the decision behind backing up. I mean, it was basically a 1v1, and they have closer spawns. So if they just grouped with Crybaby out there, and they might have had a chance to win that fight, but they just kind of backed all the way up. They didn't even want to save him. They let him die, and now they're coming back. They have their 5 ults. Let's hope that nobody gets picked off this time, and let's see what happens. I mean, overall, Nano Blade, 5 ults, should be able to win this, but maybe Double Cap can bring it back with the Lucio beat of their own. They have High Noon. I mean,
everybody pressing Q on every side, trying to negate the Nano Blade, and it works for sure, but almost every ultimate. Oh! Nini gets the shatter up before Dips can, and his shatter's completely wasted. Sen uses his Blizzard, but it's going to allow them to win the fight. And, oh my goodness, Vitalize looking a little lost for words here.
Vitalize not looking vitalized in the fact that they're kind of memeing, and now they're switching to their tried and true, and they're going to be going with the meta. Let's see them, what they can do. I mean, all they need to do really is just with the High Noon, get a good May wall, and they should be able to take out the series. But yeah, to give it Double Cap, they're able to hold it off so far. They've been able to hold off everything that went at them. I mean, we saw the Winston ult basically get neglected. We saw the Blade get basically neglected. So let's see what happens this time. Pretty interesting so far.
Yeah, Vitalize definitely looking a little confused right here. Maywall will separate the Diva. High Noon coming out from Crybaby on the low ground gets slept. Hypnotis, whatever, how you say his name, the Ana on the side of Double Cap, completely negating it. Crybaby on the left side takes down Ravioli. Early advantage coming up from Vitalize. If they can keep Crybaby up, they can definitely get it. So great value, especially with Copy Dog copying his ultimate. Will he use it here? Yep, coming in. Will it be a Pichu Bomb? Let's see. Yes! takes down the Lucio. Toasty Toast going for his, and he takes down a support and the D-Mac. Toasty Toast with the great value on the Diva. Ninny will take him down, and the high noon should come through. Dibs finds 3, but it's getting a
five-man
little
chatter.
late. What? Wow. Wow. Yeah, Dibs just won them the game. Okay, yeah, GG's. Wow, Dibs, player of the match, no questions asked.
Wow. That's all I could say about that fight. Wow.
I mean, how do you have the balls to do that?
Being down 3 and still being able to click the Q, even though you know your teammates are probably gonna lose, still using your ult, hitting a 4-man, he saw a value, and he just took it and just deleted double cap. And you gotta question, why did double cap look for fancy plays on Kings and on Hanamura when they could have just, you know, tried their best to stick with the meta? I mean, it just doesn't seem like it works overall, especially against Vitalize's meta. It didn't seem like they were able to pull off anything with the Genji Hanzo. And even on meta versus meta, they didn't seem precise. They need to stick to one. I think they need to overall stick to one like composition for them to be good at, because it seemed like they were lost on what they wanted to run and they didn't really look that clean.
Definitely.
Yeah, overall, very interesting cluster of a match. So we're gonna get Dibs in here to interview a very, very weird game overall. I mean,
definitely. Double cap coming out early, taking some good advantage, and then they just decide to run a interesting composition for 2 whole maps and gets completely shut down.
yeah, and you also have to question the Widow pick at the start of this map. I mean, they were able to take first with pretty ease on the normal meta after they got some of their ultimates built up, but then they got held on the second because they didn't have enough time to continue through second. And overall, I don't know, very weird play by the side.
All right, hello Dibs.
Hello Dibs. Congratulations on your win against Double Cap. How do you feel currently?
I feel pretty good. You know, it's the first game that I've played with Vitalize, and I think that we all played really well, and I think that our team has a lot of potential to go really far.
Yeah, you guys did play very, very good. I mean, you guys were able to just kind of dismantle their like weird compositions. It looked like they were playing pretty good on the meta against you guys on Lee Jang, and they were able to take that map. However, they started to run this Genji Hanzo thing. How did you guys adapt and just destroy that Genji Hanzo kind of composition they were running on King's Row?
Mentally, boom, jolt.
Yeah.
I can tell that was definitely a factor because it was kind of playing Mystery Heroes on Hanamura there, and it did not work for him whatsoever. So definitely a great play coming out from the side of you guys. Now, I got to ask you, you seem pretty confident in your team. Is there anybody you'd like to call out and maybe trash talk a little in intermediate now that you guys got that pretty convincing win?
I'd like to trash talk the absolute fuck out of Papik. I'm kidding. I love them all. No, I'd say probably Neolator because he went up against me on Ryan and he kind of got boomed. I'll give it to him. He hit a couple good shatters on me, but that kid's kind of dog shit.
Ooh, some big trash talk by you, Dibs. That's
Respect
some heat
that.
indeed.
All right.
Overall, a good match. Overall, thank you for coming out.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yep. Congratulations.
All right.
Wow. Definitely some strong words coming out from the main tank of Vitalize, but I can't honestly blame him after that convincing victory. And it looks like that'll be it for us. Thank you guys for coming to the stream and watching. This was me, Client. You can follow me on Twitter at ClientOW and my co-caster Flawless.
And you can catch me at flawless_Ariel_ on my Twitter and my Twitch flawless_Ariel_ as well.
All right, that'll do it from us. Thank you for tuning in for the first match of Week 6 of intermediate play in League 0.
Sayonara, muchachos.